Hello again. Welcome to CropLife Retail Week. This is Paul Schrumpf coming to you from studios here in Willoughby, Ohio. Eric Svilagoy is on vacation this week, so I've invited special guest David Frabotta, who is the editor of Farm Chemicals International. The reason we invited Dave is, we've had this Syngenta Monsanto, I guess, rumors and facts and so forth going in and around, and we had an opportunity, or Dave had the opportunity to talk to someone directly from Monsanto one-on-one. I got a couple of other tidbits of information we thought were worth sharing. So, Dave, you want to tell us about that?
Sure. I had the opportunity to talk to Scott Partridge. He's the VP of Strategy for Monsanto. And you might have seen some things he's doing in the media, talked to St. Louis newspapers, also on NPR.
He was on Diane Ream's show,
recently,
I think,
which he said he enjoyed thoroughly. But the deal's not necessarily much closer. Scott's been talking a little bit about the benefits that deal is going to bring to farmers from Monsanto's perspective. More integration of chemical and seed research is one thing he stressed pretty heavily. So Scott has been talking a little bit about how farmers are going to benefit from this deal with the integration of R&D on the chemical and seed side. The deal's no closer to fruition, according to official sources. Still looks like a $45 billion deal that Monsanto is offering Syngenta. It's about a 43% premium on their stock values as of a couple days ago. And thus far, Syngenta hasn't made any overtures to accepting that offer. So, couple big points about whether or not this deal will go through. First is going to be the length of the regulatory approval process. There's been a lot of investment with meeting with regulators to make sure that this deal could happen. Monsanto is very confident it could happen. The way they're going to structure it is by divesting all of the seeds. That's been pretty widely reported, but they've decided to keep that business intact for a potential suitor so that they have a complete turnkey business on the seed side, R&D, distribution, and everything that goes with it. So they feel like that is going to help them pass the approval process, not only in the EU and US, but in other emerging economies around the world. Everyone's going to have a say in this merger, and Brazil, India, China, and other sticky markets where regulatory approvals don't tend to be as concise, as streamlined as they are in more established markets. They're trying to hedge their bets there by divesting the entire portfolio. Another interesting thing that Monsanto is pulling out of this deal is their ability to reverse engineer germplasms and seeds and traits from the existing chemistries in Syngenta's portfolio. So the acquisition of that diverse chemical base is going to allow them to insert their R&D on the seed side to create new and emerging technologies going forward.
It's really interesting. It's something we're keeping a very close eye on. It's going to affect retailers very deeply, obviously, over the next 5 years and beyond. And you can see the association of the research making sense, having control of that chemistry and being able to do that. So certainly I think probably be a driver forward for the deal, but to be seen, I suppose. One other thing I wanted to mention is we're getting ready for the InfoAg conference. We're about 6 weeks away from that right now. The advance deadline for registration is July 13th. We've got 4 tracks of sessions. We had almost 1,500 people last year, and excitement's building for this thing. So we'd love to see you there. Go to www.infoag.org for full conference registration and other information and more details. Or feel free to drop me an email and be happy to answer your request that way as well. That's all for this edition of Retail Week. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Dave, for sitting in for Eric. And
it's been my pleasure.
And we'll see you next week.